Hey everybody, it's Mindy Persona here, and I'm back with another vlog video. This is talking about another convention I went to recently. Oh boy! Okay, so the con, very fun con. I love this con. I go to this con every year. It's amazing, and as you can see, I was staffed this year. And I have so much happened at this convention. So let me just tell you what con it is, and then we'll get right into it. Wow. If you can't tell by this, what con it is. What? I went to ALA! I went to ALA recently, and it was a blasty blast. It was so much fun. It was great. It was wonderful. It was stressful. But it was a lot of fun. As you can see, I am a part of the ribbon collecting gang. It's so much fun to play this game, and it's such a great experience. And a new friend came with us this year, and he got to experience the ribbon game for the first time, and he was immediately addicted. Like most people who go to this convention, he immediately was like, so there's Pokemon ribbons? And now he's talking about making his own ribbon game for next year. Which happens every time we take a new person to ALA. They become super obsessed with the ribbon game, but it's fun. It's absolutely a blast. So I am so happy that he could experience it, and let's get into this stressful but very, very fun weekend, shall we? Not gonna lie to you, this is probably gonna be a very long one. So first things first, I want to start off by saying I was staffed this year, technically, because I was working under the Cosplay Hall and Cosplay Gatherings department. Now at first, it was just the Cosplay Hall department, and it was our job to go around and find cosplayers that we thought made very amazing cosplays, but weren't in the masquerade, but just made these great and amazing cosplays on their own, and did a great job, and to give them ribbons to say that, hey, you look amazing, and we want to let you know that we acknowledge that. And not everybody joins the competition, but they still deserve the same love in the costumes that they make. And I was so excited because I thought, this will help with my anxiety and talking to people socially. And I get to really praise some cosplayers and tell them they're amazing, and there's nothing I love more than telling people they look amazing and that their work is so great and that they deserve all the love and attention with their work. There's nothing I love more than that in the cosplay community. So I thought this is a perfect job for me. And then they added that we had to also manage cosplay gatherings, and they did not tell us this before. They told us this like 2 days before the convention. And it stressed me out a lot because I am OCD, and I was like, okay, so what does this entail? What do I have to do? What do I have to go? What's going on? And essentially it means we had to go all around the convention and check on all the different gatherings. Which it's not a problem, but because it was told to me 2 days before, I did not account for mentally that was what my brain was going to be doing, you know? So that was stressful, and plus some of the locations were really far from each other, so if I had to check a gathering at 1 in site 1, then I had to check a gathering at site 5 at 1:30. It was very difficult. When I got the list, almost every spot that I wanted was already taken, so I had to kind of pick up on stuff that I didn't really know about or were too far for me to really check out. So it wasn't until the last day that I really knew the locations, except for Site 2, that it was a little easier and it was a little better. But it was a little stressful to find out about that last second. They had already said that next year it's going to be better put together because they had thrown that at the department this year and didn't really let them know. But next year is going to be better, and I really hope I can staff again next year doing this because this is fun. I really did like it. So that was a little stressful. Day 0, we drove up and we got into our hotel. Now, mind you, our hotel, we had to do 2 hotels because one hotel did not have Wednesday, so we had to do one hotel near Disney, and then we had to switch on day 1 to the next hotel, which was stressful, and I hope we never have to do that again because I do not like uprooting everything that I have and then going to another hotel because I like to get to my hotel and nest. I like to put everything where it needs to be, all my cleaning supplies, all my makeup, blah, 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 where it needs to go, in whatever spot, whatever corner I'm working in, and then I clean it all up on the last day. So if I had to, I can't personally live out of my suitcase. I just can't. But I think that's the OCD organization. I need things to be where they need to be, yada, yada, yada. So that was already hard enough. But the hotel went smoothly at the first place, and we went to con day 1, or day 0 actually, sorry. We went to Lucille's barbecue. No one but me and Ian have eaten from there before, and everybody really enjoyed it, so it was really, really fun. The people who were with us, it was me, Ian, Subaru, Anthony, and Dean. So we all squished into my husband's car, and it's got a lot of trunk space, so we had no problem with that. And it actually wasn't that bad of a drive either. Day 1. Day 1 was a little stressful due to the move because we had to essentially hurry up, get dressed, and we were doing Teen Titans. I was Raven, and so we had to hurry up and get dressed, get our stuff together, pack everything, put it in the car, go to con. I hate packing if I have to do makeup and all that stuff too, so it was kind of stressful. So by the time we got to the con, I was already kind of exhausted in my own head. I also did not sleep really at all that night. I think I got like 2 hours of sleep. We had a little nice breakfast, and then, like I said, we packed everything up and we went to the con. We were all really exhausted that day. But a lot of people really liked our cosplay because we were a full Teen Titan group. My husband was Cyborg, I was Raven, Subaru was Beast Boy, Anthony was Starfire, and Dean was Robin. And as far as I'm aware, that was Dean's first time cosplaying. So we kind of did a college version where he just had a Leatherman jacket that had Robin's logo on it. I was dressed like a goth. Ian was dressed in a hoodie, his Works 2K hoodie with Cyborg pieces. Anthony was dressed in the NASA shirt, and Beast Boy being casual as well. So we didn't really get a lot of pictures together, unfortunately, because we were all so tired. I think that's probably the one thing I regret about this ALA is we really didn't take pictures together or of ourselves, and that was always very disappointing because I really like doing photo shoots at con, but we were too tired to do so. In the middle of the day, my hubby took the car to the other hotel. Me and Subaru stayed behind to do our job with the gatherings and the meeting of cosplayers. And me and Subaru stayed behind. Dee took pictures, and we went to gatherings and stuff like that to check on them, did our haul contest stuff, and that was really fun. We ran into somebody who's a mutual of mine, and they gave us fruit gummies, and they were like, "Hi, Midnight, we follow each other, I love your content, would you like some fruit gummies?" And I should have gotten their name, but I did not because I was in such a, oh, that's so sweet, and I was exhausted, so I didn't think anything of it really, like, past, oh, fruit gummies. And we said hi and bye, and they were so sweet. I met a few mutuals. They were all very sweet, very kind, but every time I meet any of you guys in person, you guys are the nicest people, and I love meeting you guys, even if I'm a terrified ball of stress. And so me and Subaru continued to hang out, and the boys got back. We continued to kind of chill, and like, we were ribbon hunting a little bit, but we were so tired we weren't really socially, like, I was socially exhausted, so I had a hard time talking to people that day. But I was Raven, so I thought it was perfect. I didn't have to really talk to people. And so we walked Dealer's Hall, and, you know, I had to change out my boots because I had these really tall, like, platform boots, and I was like, that's too painful. Gotta take them off. So I switched shoes as well. But day 1 was pretty chill. Some guy said, "I really, really love Raven. I love your Raven. You look amazing. I love your Raven. You look awesome." And then he showed me his phone. And it was, the case of the phone was Raven, essentially naked, with a pop socket. And her back was to the camera, and the pop socket was in a place. And I was like, "Oh, okay, yay, ha ha ha, you really do like Raven." So that was interesting. That guy really liked Raven. A lot of people said I was cute as Raven. I appreciate it. The wind kept messing up my wig, but it's okay. But yeah, that was essentially day 1. And then, oh, So we went to go find a place to eat. We found this fish place on Google Maps, and we walked to it because it was like 10 to 12 minutes away, and it didn't exist. So we walked all the way down the street in some like back alley looking areas, and then the fish place wasn't there. So we ended up eating at a place called Chibo, which was okay. I didn't eat because I didn't care for anything on the menu, but Subaru shared some fish and chips with me because they happen to have some fish and chips, but it was very expensive to me, and I was waiting for a check to drop, so I didn't eat much that day, unfortunately. And I know I need to take better care of myself. That's a goal for this year, but it's really hard for me to eat at cons, you know? Day two was a big stress mark, but it mostly towards the end of the day. Me and my husband were Reese and Cyrus, which were a giant hit because couple cosplays for the win, and every time we cosplay together, people just really adore us, and I am so grateful that people love us together because I love us together, and he is such an amazing person, and it was really fun. A lot of people loved us. They took pictures with us. They really enjoyed our cosplay, and it was so much fun to wear that out in public for once because we've only done TikToks with them, and it was really great to finally wear them out. I met up with a few of my friends because I went to the Hero Academia gathering. I met up with Gavin, Tin, I met up with Mystic Madness and Magic Black Girl. I met up with a bunch of my friends from TikTok and Twitter and everybody, and it was so much fun to see them, and they were so sweet and they were so kind. I wish I could have seen them more during the weekend, but I was also still working and having a little bit of social anxiety, so I said hi when I could, and we had a little bit of conversation. Next time, I promise I will try my hardest to still talk and you know, be around you guys more. We went to a vendor, and I was looking at all their plushies and like, oh my god, you guys are so cute. You guys are the alpacas from Animal Crossing. You guys look so great. You guys look so great. And we were so excited to talk to them. And then they gave us snacks. They were like, do you want something? You can have something. And they were like, yeah, and because you're staff, you can come back and get like 10% off something at our booth. And they were so sweet and so kind. And I really adore when people just really love our cosplays, but also snacks. So we were really excited to talk to them, and I did buy stuff from their booth the next day, but they were really sweet and really kind. It was great to talk to them. All vendors are always really kind too anyway. So here's where the stress comes in, because while I was stressed out doing staffing stuff and going from location to location with the gatherings and talking to people, giving the ribbons away as always. So while social anxiety is a big thing for me, and talking to people, giving them ribbons and the whole contest stuff, that was one of the reasons I wanted to do it so badly, is to break that anxiety I have when it comes to talking to strangers. So that was a bit nerve-wracking, and I was really socially exhausted by the end of the day. The stress came, and I'm gonna try my best not to get emotional, because it's stupid to me. I felt so stupid afterwards. But we were walking to the Chili's and the Outback. That was on the pier, and it really wasn't that far from the con. It was like 5 minutes from the con, and we were walking down there, and as we were walking, some kids were on scooters and they were talking a bunch of crap, and then some kid kept harassing me and being like, are you a cupcake? Are you a cupcake? And I was like, are you stupid? Are you stupid? And maybe I shouldn't have responded that way, but I was so tired and socially exhausted. And this kid kept going and being like, are you a cupcake? Are you a cupcake? And I knew there was no good intention with it. And then we politely explained that we were cosplaying from Animal Crossing, and they were like, oh yeah, the Nintendo thing. And they were like, why were you being so mean? And I was like, look, you're bothering me and I don't want to talk to you. And rather than taking it as it is, they proceeded to harass me. They proceeded to make fun of my weight. They proceeded to make fun of my face. They started making racial slurs towards me, which people don't realize. When people are going unga unga and stuff like that, that's making racial slurs towards a person. And literally they were continuing harassing me. Mind you, all this while like scooting away from me, because they knew if they stayed near me, they would get rocked. But they were like 13-year-old, and I wasn't gonna do anything, but like, I've lived my entire life being teased and made fun of for my weight, for my skin color, for who I am, for what I look like. And it's so frustrating that even now as a 31-year-old woman, I still can't get peace. And these were 13-year-old boys who just decided that I was going to be the target of the night. And they did not say a single thing to any other person in the group. They targeted and honed in on me, and they just did nothing but rip me apart. And I felt stupid because honestly, it felt like everyone in the group was kind of like, see, this is why I don't talk to little kids, and this is dumb, and just ignore them. And it's like, it's easy to say just ignore people when you're not the target of the harassment, you know? And I know they mean all love, and they're all, you know, caring, and they did their best, and my best friend did their best to try to defend me. And it was just, it hurts still, you know? I can't not say it didn't hurt. It did. And while they were children, that's fine. It's like they're stupid and they don't know what they're doing, but it's still very frustrating that this is now my element. This is now my space. I go to conventions all the time and I cosplay all the time, and so it's very frustrating to go somewhere that is like a safe place for me and to get harassed, you know? And so that happened, and I had a mental breakdown. I went to the bathroom, I started crying. I was crying because I felt like I ruined the night. I was harassed. All those insecurities that I had were brought up in a moment where I was so vulnerable because I was so socially exhausted and so tired from the day that at the moment that I felt the most exhausted and vulnerable, I was attacked. And it was just a lot. And I know, like, once again, my friends meant well, but the moment I kind of heard this is why I wouldn't have talked to them, and this is why I wouldn't have done this, it only fueled my exhaustion, because it's not easy for me to just not, or just ignore, you know? And I don't know, maybe that's something mentally wrong with me that I can't just ignore people, but it's not easy. And so I cried a lot. And I felt like I ruined the entire night for everybody. And I really didn't want to, but you know, what do you do? So that was really stressful. We ate, and then we walked back, and part of me didn't even want to walk back because I didn't want to run into those guys again. And I didn't want to run into anybody else who was going to use me as their target tonight. So I just kind of stuck with my husband, and I held his hand, and I know he didn't want to say anything to those kids either, because he's a grown man, and God knows if he said anything to a bunch of children, people would immediately attack him, call him a bully or whatever. So he was just there to comfort me. But it was such a stressful time. I feel like every time that I get attacked or bullied, no one really knows what to do with it, because I'm normally the mother of the group, and I'm normally the one who's constantly trying to make sure everyone else feels well. So I feel like it's really hard for people to do the same to me because they don't know what I need or want. So it was really rough. So we ate, we went home. We went back to the hotel, and I fell asleep, and I almost cried myself to sleep again because I was just like, God, this is supposed to be a safe space, and it's not, and it feels like I'm never safe. So I had a really rough time day 2. So one can imagine going into day 3 that I already had stress on my head and I already felt like crap. So day 3. So with day 3, I was already waking up. I woke up way too early because I already had the anxiety of stress of the day before, and I was going to be wearing Makima. We were doing Chainsaw Man. And with yesterday, I just was kind of in my head to go, I don't look good at anything. I don't look good in anything. Why would I take on cosplaying one of the hottest characters in Chainsaw Man when I don't look good? And so I felt really bad. But I did my makeup. I had a hard makeup morning because nothing was working right. And after I finished my makeup, I was like, you know what? Whatever, it doesn't matter. We're gonna go through, we're gonna bust through this, we're gonna be fine. And I did feel good in her character, but I also felt, I got in that mode where I didn't feel worthy to be her, you know? But we found this cafe the day before, and we said we were gonna try it this morning. So it was called, I think it was called Creme de la Crepe. And it was really, really good. It was really, really nice. We took some pictures together at the restaurant to kind of do that whole look. Chainsaw Man group is together eating at a cafe, and it was really fun. The cafe was really tasty. But I felt good, and as we went to con, everything was pretty good. I ended up helping out with a gathering. One of my friends' friends was running an Owl House gathering, and so I kind of used my voice a little bit because they didn't really want to yell too much to kind of help bring it together, and that was one of the gatherings I had to check on anyway. And so I kind of helped a little bit there, and then we went to go find food, and they normally have food trucks, but the day before the food trucks were bad. We didn't really care for any of them. And then they had my favorite waffle truck that has waffle fries and waffles and chicken, and so I had chicken and waffles, or chicken and waffle fries for lunch, and it was delicious. I love that truck. It's so good. It is so good. I think it's called like Love Waffles or Waffle Love or something, but it was so good, and they were not there the day before, and we finally got to eat some decent food because I really love that truck, and now that it was there, we were like, okay, we're eating here every day. So that was really delicious. We ended up going back to that dealer, and I got a little Frog Prince plushie, and he's so cute. I got him from the dealers because he was cute, and they gave me 10% off. But yeah, so I bought from them. That was really good. We kept stopping to sit because, God, our feet were barking the whole day. It was really painful. So we sat down a lot. We kept checking gatherings, giving out haul contest stuff. It was really fun. For the first half of the day, I could not see because Makima's contacts are really hard to see in. And so for the second half of the day, I put in regular yellow contacts, and it wasn't really much of a difference. And then we did Masquerade. Masquerade was always fun. It's always a blast. The Corpse Dance Crew was the halftime show, and I always love watching them. They're so amazing. They're so fun to watch. And they did a Spy Family routine, and that Lloyd and the Yor. It's such a struggle being bisexual because both of them are so attractive. But I am such a huge fan of Lloyd as a character, and that Lloyd cosplayer was just... Anyway, that's besides the point. I am a married woman, but he was also looking at the Lloyd and the Yor, so it's fine. He agrees with me. I met up with more friends, we had more fun, stuff like that. And here comes the stressful part of this day, because almost every day at this con, something happened to make my day worse. So I accidentally left my wallet in the room, the Masquerade main events room, and I did not know until we went back to the hotel, because a lovely, lovely friend of mine said, hey, did you accidentally leave your wallet in the main events room? And I was like, I don't know, did I? And so I checked my bag, and lo and behold, my wallet was gone. And I started having a panic attack, and they said they would hold on to it until I could come get it. And so my husband went up there with Anthony to get my wallet, but before that, we were locked into our hotel room because we were trying to get out, and the deadbolt lock jammed into the door and locked us in to the hotel room. So we had to call the front desk, but the phone didn't connect us to the front desk. So we had to call on our cell phones and go, hey, we're locked into our room. And they went, you're locked out of your room? And we said, no, we're locked in to the room. And they were like, huh? And so they came up and they tried to open the door. They couldn't get it open. It wasn't opening, and then they had to break the door, like the knob and the lock to open the door. And they were like, we are so sorry, that has never happened before. That's crazy. Literally, the deadbolt just broke and locked us in. And they said, well, this can't be fixed right now. It just can't. So we're gonna see if we can find other rooms for you. And we were like, that'd be nice. So we had to uproot all of our stuff again and move into another room. When I had already said I like to nest and that I don't like picking everything up and moving, in the middle of the convention, our room breaks and we have to move. We got 2 king-sized rooms, and Anthony and Dean were in one, and then the rest of us were in the other. And oh my god, like, the bed was comfy. Subaru was sleeping on the floor, unfortunately, but they Ian and Subaru switched, so Subaru could have some time sleeping in the bed too. But that was such a crazy situation. And so we were just like, how crazy that we got locked into our room. But it was fixed, and they ended up comping us a night, and they said, hey, get free breakfast the next day if you want. And we were kind of like, that's nice. We'll see, you know, because we wanted to like this was on day 3, so we were like, day 4 we're not gonna have time, and then when we get ready to leave, we're probably just gonna want to leave. We don't want to be here no more. This hotel has bad juju now. And so we went to sleep that night and tried to get well rested for the next day, day 4. So day 4 we were all super exhausted, like super exhausted, since we moved everything. We were Sonic that day, and you would think we'd have to have the most energy that day, but we were so tired. But the ribbon game that day, we ended up getting like 30 ribbons walking into the con. Like, people were just lined up giving away their ribbons and, you know, trying to do games because it was the last day, so you want to get rid of your ribbons and collect as much as you can. So that was really fun. Everybody really loved our cosplays, really loved the Sonic cosplays. One guy was really excited to see us, and I was really happy that he was really happy with our cosplay. He followed us all on Instagram and sent us the pictures and everything, and he was really, really nice and really, really kind. We had such a blast. We walked to the dealer's hall. I got some stickers. I didn't actually buy a lot this con, so I'll show you what I bought, but it's really not much. But we walked around a little bit. We took some pictures. People really enjoyed our cosplays together. We got a lot of ribbons that last day, really like filling out the rest of it. And so that was really, really fun. And then as we were like, okay, everything's good, we checked our gatherings, everything's settled, we were like, hey, let's go back to the hotel room because there's not much left, and we'll take a few more pictures and we'll head out. And as we were heading out, I was like, hey, I want a group picture in front of the fountain to kind of celebrate our days at ALA and how much fun it was. And Dean said, hey, I would also like a picture of the fountain, but just me and Anthony. And I knew where this was going because I already knew. And so I was like, yeah, of course. And so I took my phone, and rather than taking a picture, I started recording. And he proposed to Anthony. And it was so cute. It was so sweet. And Anthony was so angry because they were apparently in some kind of race to see who would do it first. And Dean won. And so it was so cute. And I have the whole thing recorded, and I took a lot of pictures for them. And we're all like, yay, congratulations, and everything. And Anthony was mostly mad too because he was like, how dare you propose me as I'm dressed as Amy Rose from Sonic. Disrespect. And so it was really cute and really funny. And so we went back to the hotel room and we ordered pizza from this really nice pizza place. I ordered raviolis, but we ordered pizza from a really nice pizza place, and everybody but me got drunk and we played Red Flags. And it's really weird to be in a room full of drunk people and everybody's loud and we're playing Red Flags, and Subaru passed out halfway through. And so I'm just like, all right, I think it's time for everybody to go to bed. Get out of my room. So we had fun though, and so we went to bed. The next morning, we decided to go to Little Tokyo, as we always do, tradition after ALA. We eat at ramen shop, we go shopping a little bit, and then we head home. And it was fun. ALA was really fun, but it was also incredibly stressful. And so as much as I loved it, I was also having a lot of trouble, you know, so it was great. It was really, really great. And I'm so happy that I get to experience this con every year because I love it and I meet so many wonderful people, and I love this con, and I really, really hope that I can do staffing again next year because it was so much fun. But yeah, it was really, really great. I'll show you the things I got, but it really wasn't a lot, so this video has already gone on for so long, and I'm so sorry. I got some Shaman King figures while we were in Little Tokyo. Too. Oh, also Merida came up to us, said that they really loved our Reese and Cyrus cosplay, and they made these bracelets, and they said, you can pick any bracelet you want. And I was like, oh, that's so sweet. So me and Ian got some matching bracelets as Reese and Cyrus. Here's that bag of fruit gummies I got. I never got the chance to eat it because I was so tired and so busy I forgot I had it in my bag. Here's some of the stickers I got. My hubby got me these stickers while we were there. I got this from a table by signing up for or like following them. Since I've been so obsessed with Cult of the Lamb, I felt it was very necessary to get a lamb sticker, and that's my boy Foy Coco. I got this Isabel decal for my water bottle because it was super cute and I wanted to put something on my water bottle, so I got this for it. I ran into this really, really nice artist and we just talked about League of Legends like they were support, they were Soraka support, and they loved Jin, and we were just going back and forth and back and forth. So I bought a crap ton of stickers from them, but they also gave me like a sticker for free. And so it was so nice of them because I got like all of these stickers. I can't even hold them all. And I got my mains. So I got my mains, Nami and Jin, and they had so many Nami stickers. And this all started because I walked up to their booth and I said, oh, that's a Star Guardian Nico. And they said, nobody's known who that was. And I was like, how do you not know who Star Guardian Nico is? And they were like, well, everybody watches Arcane and they don't play a game. And I was like, you're right. And so I got the Star Guardian Nico. I got Star Guardian Nico and more Nami, Space Groove Nami, which is a new skin, so I didn't think they would have that. And then I got Caitlyn and Vi and Ari. That's technically Ian's, I gotta give to him. And then this was just really funny. And I had to have it. And their stickers were really inexpensive. Like, they were like, I think they were $3, so they were like 3 for $5. And I was like, of course I want this stuff. And then I went to a booth, and I can't show you the hat because it's in the laundry because it rained really hard. And I got an Axolotl hat from this booth. But they also have these really cute cow stickers. And whenever I find this booth again, I'm getting a cow hat from them as well. And I cannot be stopped because the booth was adorable. And I wanted everything from it, but I couldn't afford everything from it. So, you know, the usual. But yeah, I'm gonna stop the video now because it's going way over time. And I'm sorry the video's this long, but there was so much that happened, so I just wanted to let you know. But yeah, thank you guys for listening. ALA is one of my favorite conventions of the year, but God, is it stressful sometimes. And this time around, it was just super stressful. So, also I got the staff shirt. So I got this shirt for being on staff, and it's really cute. But yeah. Thank you guys for being here and listening to my long woes of convention life. But I appreciate you guys for being here, and I love you guys so much. And I really hope that next time it won't be so stressful and it'll be really, really fun only. And there's always stress at cons, so it can't be helped, but you know. If you like this video, if you like me, subscribe. There's a bell notification if you want to get more videos and just know that I'm posting, so make sure you click that. And remember, because I must be reminded so very often, that you are loved. You are amazing, you are wonderful in every way, shape, and form. And that even when people want to tear you down, you keep standing back up and you keep being amazing, because no matter what, you deserve to be here and you don't take up space. But thank you guys for watching this video. And I love you guys, and I hope to see you in the next video.